Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving deep today into some source material you shared with us that tackles a challenge often lurking in the background for organizations like yours, especially those with significant internal print and mail operations.
That's right. We're talking about the physical backbone, really, of essential communications.
Yeah.
Things like, monthly statements, compliance notices, legal documents. These aren't just pieces of paper.
No, they're critical outputs.
Absolutely. Critical outputs that have to go out accurately and on time,
Oh, yeah.
particularly if you're in government, healthcare, insurance, finance, or utilities. It's core to how they operate.
And here's where it gets really interesting and honestly a little concerning when you think about it. The source material zeroes in on the question, what happens when something unexpected, a fire, a flood, maybe a cyber attack, or even just a critical piece of equipment failing, completely stops those essential communications from leaving your facility?
Yeah, the sources really highlight the immediate and, frankly, potentially devastating risks. We're talking missed deadlines that trigger penalties, maybe unfulfilled regulatory requirements leading to fines or legal exposure.
Right.
And then there's this significant reputational damage with customers and partners,
Mm.
and sometimes a complete breakdown in core business functions like, well, cash flow.
And the core issue, as the source makes clear, is that traditional IT disaster recovery plans, they're crucial for data and systems, but they often miss this enormous gap.
They do.
Print and mail isn't just data you can restore from a cloud backup, right? It relies on specialized physical infrastructure, unique equipment, specific materials.
Deep postal knowledge,
Yeah.
trained staff, executing these really complex physical processes.
Digital backups just don't cover that physical reality. So you might restore your data, okay, but you still can't produce and mail the critical documents you need to. There's a physical break.
Exactly. The chain is broken.
Exactly. So our mission in this deep dive is to really understand why a dedicated disaster recovery plan specifically for print and mail isn't just a nice to have. It's really a fundamental business imperative for organizations like yours.
Yes.
And importantly, how the source material presents a potential solution from Wolverine Solutions Group, a company with, well, quite a long history and deep expertise in precisely these kinds of critical communications.
Almost 5 decades, actually. So get ready to gain a comprehensive overview of these often unseen risks and explore what true operational resilience looks like in the physical world of print and mail.
Let's start by zeroing in on why print and mail downtime actually hurts so much. The source material really emphasizes the severe consequences of any interruption in today's, well, pretty fast-paced, compliance-driven environment.
It's critical and I think often underestimated. While, IT outages grab the headlines, an interruption in getting physical communications out the door can be equally, if not sometimes more damaging, especially for regulated industries.
Think about it from your perspective. If you're listening and you're in finance or healthcare, if a bill doesn't go out, that directly hits cash flow. Simple as that.
Right.
If a medical statement or, say, a regulatory notice is delayed, there are often strict legal timelines involved that just cannot be missed.
That's precisely it. The stakes are incredibly high for sectors like healthcare, financial services, insurance, government agencies. Laws mandate communications within specific windows.
Hmm.
Delaying things like explanations of benefits, EOBs, for instance, can violate federal healthcare regulations. Failing to deliver tax notices or legally required utility shutoff warnings within the prescribed time frame, that can expose organizations to serious legal challenges.
And really damage public trust, too.
Severely. And the ripple effects just keep going, don't they?
Yeah.
Missed service level agreements with partners, customer service centers getting absolutely flooded with calls
Oh, yeah.
from people who don't have the information they need, damaged relationships,
Hmm.
significant financial loss. It all cascades.
All stemming from a function that often operates seamlessly in the background until suddenly it doesn't.
Exactly. And the sources point out that Wolverine Solutions Group understands these specific operational pressures intimately, largely because, as we mentioned, they've spent decades managing these kinds of time-sensitive, business-critical communications across multiple regulated industries.
47 years, the source says.
Right. They've seen firsthand how quickly issues can escalate without robust backup plans in place. They've lived through those scenarios with clients.
That long history, nearly 5 decades managing sensitive, high-volume communications, must give them a pretty unique perspective on the vulnerabilities and operational pressures that an organization with an internal print operation faces.
Absolutely. They've navigated this complex landscape for so long, they understand the real-world impact of disruption far beyond just the technical side. It's about the business impact, the compliance impact.
Okay, so if traditional IT disaster recovery doesn't cut it for print and mail, what does it take? What makes print and mail need a dedicated DR plan?
Well, this is a crucial distinction the source highlights. Most organizations, they have robust DR for data and servers, but print and mail is frequently overlooked,
Even though it's essential.
even though it's essential for revenue, compliance, and core correspondence. And the fundamental reason is that print and mail operations are physical, they're tactile, they're process-driven.
Right. You can't just restore a physical mail piece from a digital server backup. It relies on actual machinery, printers,
Yeah.
inserters, sorters.
Combined with very specific pre-configured workflows, deep postal knowledge, complex variable data logic, which is essentially putting the right specific information on each individual document that's critical,
Yeah.
and strict, immovable deadlines set by regulations and those all-important postal induction times.
A general business continuity plan focusing on digital systems simply cannot address this highly tactile, time-sensitive nature of printed communications. It just doesn't compute.
No. And this oversight creates dangerous gaps in readiness that inevitably lead to service-level failures, significant financial penalties, severe reputational damage, and just operational chaos during a crisis.
So this is where Wolverine Solutions Group, according to the source, steps in. Leveraging their extensive experience, their 47 years in this, they are presented as an immediate production-ready extension of your operation.
Their dedicated disaster recovery service is built specifically for the print and mail environment. Their facilities, their personnel, their processes, they're all structured specifically to take over full production output on very short notice.
And the goal is zero sacrifice on quality or timeliness.
Right, exactly. They actively maintain operational readiness and support a seamless, secure transfer from a client's potentially compromised in-house facility right over to theirs.
It sounds like it's not just about having a place to print, but having a place that can replicate your exact operation under pressure. That seems key.
Precisely. And their long track record in high-volume, critical mail production means they've likely encountered and solved the kind of complex challenges that tend to pop up in moments of crisis. That experience is invaluable.
Okay, so the source material outlines Wolverine's approach based on 5 core pillars of resilience. This is where we get a clearer picture of how they address this unique challenge. Let's look at the first critical piece.
Absolutely. These pillars represent the distinct areas that must be rigorously addressed for effective print and mail DR. And the first pillar is technology redundancy.
Right. And the challenge for an internal operation here is immense. The cost and logistics of maintaining a complete duplicate set of production-scale equipment. We're talking high-speed digital presses, automated inserters, sophisticated postal optimization systems.
It's often prohibitively expensive.
Yeah, it's not a small investment you just hope you never use.
Right. So Wolverine provides this outsourced redundancy as a core service. They offer a seamless, production-ready alternative specifically designed to assume responsibility when your primary systems go offline.
So they maintain and leverage full-scale production capabilities.
Yes, specifically configured to mirror client output specifications. And what's fascinating here is that their platform isn't just theoretical backup gear sitting in storage somewhere.
It's live.
It's a live operational environment, actively maintained, tested, and ready to initiate your production pretty much instantly.
And they don't just offer generic machines. The source says, drawing on their decades of experience replicating complex jobs, they create custom DR configurations for each client.
Yeah, pre-tested for everything from color matching and duplexing to critical barcode scanning and mail piece tracking. This level of specificity, really honed over their history, means they can replicate your output exactly.
Even the subtle details.
Even the nuanced details. So instead of you needing to invest potentially millions in duplicate hardware, you gain access to Wolverine's state-of-the-art technology built specifically for DR, essentially as a ready-to-go service.
It shifts the burden then, and the cost of maintaining that critical technology redundancy outside your own facility.
Exactly. Which brings us to the second crucial pillar, process continuity and workflow replication. This seems just as vital as having the right machines.
It absolutely is. Disaster recovery in print and mail isn't simply about printing documents. It's about reproducing your exact, often highly complex processes.
Good.
Think about the specific file formatting your system uses, the intricate variable data rules, matching specific inserts or cards to specific documents, your postal sortation logic. Every single detail matters for compliance, accuracy, and frankly, postal discounts too.
And trying to rebuild or recreate those complex workflows from scratch during the chaos of an emergency,
Forget it.
that's nearly impossible unless it's been meticulously planned, configured, and tested beforehand.
Right.
So Wolverine specializes in replicating these workflows. With their extensive experience, their 47 years, they fundamentally understand that continuity hinges on mirroring your processes precisely. The goal is that the final output is indistinguishable to your customers and meets all regulatory requirements.
So they go beyond just receiving a data file. They actually document, map, and test each specific step of your workflow.
Mhm. Configuring these elements into their systems using your client-specific job profiles and standard operating procedures, or SOPs.
Which means when a transfer happens, whether it's due to a fire, power outage, cyber event, the workflows have already been replicated, configured, and even rehearsed.
Exactly. There's no delay for onboarding or trying to figure out your unique setup. It ensures accuracy and timely delivery without interruption.
And this provides that crucial process-level continuity, including maintaining all the necessary audit trails, tracking mechanisms, and compliance checkpoints that are built into your normal operations.
Yes, it's about maintaining the integrity of the entire process chain, which, as we said, is absolutely non-negotiable for regulated mail.
Okay, next up, the third pillar, people preparedness. Because even the best tech needs skilled hands, especially when everything is going wrong.
Exactly. Trained professionals are absolutely essential for accurate processing, critical quality control, and timely delivery, particularly in a high-stress disaster situation. And the source highlights that this isn't just about having bodies, it's about having expert staff ready to execute your specific jobs.
Right. And Wolverine invests heavily in training their teams specifically to step in and seamlessly execute full production for clients experiencing disruption.
Their staff includes specialists who are trained not just on general print mail, but on client-specific SOPs. They actually become familiar with your unique job specifications, your quality controls, your protocols.
That capability isn't built overnight, is it?
No, it's the result of cultivating expertise over nearly 5 decades in the field. That depth matters.
And the source mentions they conduct regular mock disaster simulations involving cross-functional teams. That's key, isn't it? Actually practicing the handoff under pressure.
It is. It validates their reputation for reliability. These drills are crucial for validating readiness, reinforcing procedures, and practicing performance under realistic emergency conditions.
So, connecting this to the bigger picture, it means you're not just gaining access to equipment, you're gaining an experienced, agile team that operates with the urgency and precision you'd expect from your own internal department.
Perhaps even more so, because this is their specialized function, and they cross-train teams to eliminate single points of failure and ensure resource availability.
Which is a huge benefit when your own team might be impacted by whatever crisis is happening.
People are truly an indispensable element of effective disaster recovery, and Wolverine prioritizes that human element, ensuring their team is as ready as their technology.
Okay, pillar 4, compliance-driven recovery planning. For organizations like yours listening in, this isn't just a pillar, it feels like the absolute foundation.
It absolutely is. For regulated industries, DR isn't merely about keeping the lights on, it's about legal and regulatory survival, protecting that hard-earned reputation.
Yeah. Downtime immediately exposes organizations to severe compliance risks, potentially massive fines, devastating legal challenges, and irreversible damage to public trust.
And Wolverine, with their extensive experience supporting regulated environments for decades, understands this implicitly. They ensure full compliance is maintained throughout the entire recovery process, not just when things are running smoothly.
So their DR plans are compliance-aware from the very start.
Yes, they incorporate necessary controls like secure file intake, data encryption, strict access controls, specific document retention procedures, and meticulous mail piece audit trails. These aren't afterthoughts.
They're embedded.
They're embedded in their standard operations, built from their long history serving these industries and upholding their reputation for integrity. Their facility itself supports high-integrity controlled access environments, 204/7 surveillance, zoned workspaces, trained personnel with appropriate clearance.
And the source says their systems log every action for transparency and accountability, crucial for audits.
Absolutely. And they work directly with client legal and compliance teams, providing documentation and lags built for regulatory scrutiny, accessible via their platform, Wolverine Connect.
So compliance isn't something they try to figure out during an emergency scramble.
It's, as the source puts it, baked into everything they do.
Yeah.
You're essentially transferring operations to a provider that inherently reduces risk from a compliance standpoint, leveraging their decades of experience in navigating these complex rules.
That's a huge weight off an organization's shoulders during a crisis, knowing the compliance side is covered.
It absolutely is. It protects credibility and legal standing at a critical time.
Okay, finally, Pillar 5. Physical security and mail chain of custody. This speaks directly to the physical nature we discussed earlier and is vital for sensitive documents.
Right. Disaster recovery also requires preserving absolute trust through robust physical security and meticulous chain of custody from your data all the way to the post office.
And Wolverine's facility, systems, and protocols are designed to uphold the strictest standards here. With nearly 5 decades supporting critical communications, they understand that even one single misplaced or misrouted piece of sensitive mail,
Oh, it can cause significant damage.
huge damage to an organization's reputation and create major compliance headaches.
Yeah. So physical security includes layered measures, badge-controlled entry, 204/7 surveillance across the facility, and zoned workspaces to limit access only to authorized personnel in sensitive areas.
And their workflow maintains integrity throughout the process.
Yes. Secure data transmission into a lockdown production environment, camera matching, and barcode verification during the inserting process to ensure accurate assembly of each mail piece, right document, right envelope, right insert, and detailed logging tracks production from the moment the file is received all the way through USPS entry. Piece-level tracking reports are available for audit. This provides a complete, auditable chain of custody for every single mail piece.
Which really upholds their reputation for reliability.
Definitely. And this raises an important question for any organization listening. Can your internal security protocols realistically be maintained at the necessary level during a chaotic outage or disaster scenario?
Good point.
Wolverine's protocols are built specifically to function reliably under that kind of stress and have been tested repeatedly over their long history. They provide the confidence that comes from knowing sensitive documents are handled with the utmost care and accountability.
Maintaining trust even when your own facility is compromised.
Exactly.
Okay, beyond those 5 core pillars that form the foundation, the source material also highlights 3 key operational aspects of Wolverine's approach that are crucial during a real event: visibility, testing, and customization. Let's talk about visibility first.
Right. During a disaster, visibility is absolutely crucial, but it's often the first thing you lose when your systems and potentially your physical location are compromised. Wolverine Connect is their purpose-built platform designed specifically to provide that complete visibility right when you need it most.
It acts like your remote command center then, offering real-time production status showing you exactly where your jobs are, from data receipt and processing through printing, insertion, sorting, the whole 9 yards.
This transparency is invaluable when you're managing a crisis. It eliminates guesswork and allows your internal teams to report accurately to stakeholders, compliance officers, customer service leaders.
Even while your own print facility is down.
Exactly. It helps protect your reputation during a difficult time because you know what's happening.
And it includes online proofing for digital review and approval before production starts. That sounds essential for catching potential errors when time is short.
It is. Accuracy cannot be sacrificed in a crisis. And it integrates mail tracking through the postal system, showing delivery timelines and status scans, providing that end-to-end accountability.
This empowers you to oversee your jobs remotely, maintain control, and report accurately, which is absolutely critical when you can't physically be at your own facility.
It ensures that disaster recovery feels like a controlled extension of your operation, not some chaotic handoff. It maintains that sense of order and trust.
Okay, next is testing. The source makes it very clear, and honestly this resonates. An untested plan is just a theory, especially when compliance and deadlines are involved.
Absolutely. In the world of critical print and mail, with its non-negotiable timelines and strict regulations, the only way to ensure continuity and maintain your reputation for reliability is through regular, realistic simulation. Testing isn't a formality, it's a necessity.
Builds confidence, verifies capability under pressure.
Exactly. Wolverine approaches DR with operational readiness as the primary goal, not just reactivity. They conduct structured mock disaster simulations.
So full-scale, time-sensitive exercises.
Yes, using real files obviously sanitized or substituted for confidentiality, where they execute the process as if a real disaster occurred. And, crucially, they measure their performance against your actual critical requirements and service level agreements, SLAs.
Okay.
The results are documented, reviewed, and used to fine-tune procedures. This isn't just checking a box. It's about proving they can meet your SLAs under pressure, leveraging the operational discipline built over their history.
And they offer specific SLA verification and reporting, so you know they can hit your critical timelines even when your facility is down. These tests provide that proof point.
Yes, these rigorous tests provide both confidence and crucial audit support, as Wolverine maintains detailed records of all test cycles. It's about verified performance under pressure, ensuring their readiness matches their reputation.
And finally, customization. The source emphasizes that no two print mail operations are identical, especially for large organizations with unique needs. So a one-size-fits-all DR solution simply won't work.
That's absolutely right. Your unique workflows, specific file formats, critical timing requirements, and particular compliance mandates demand a tailored approach. Wolverine builds customized plans based on a deep discovery process to truly understand the intricacies of your specific needs.
Their stated goal is to replicate your internal process so precisely that your customers won't even notice a difference if production shifts to their facility.
And that deep commitment to mirroring client needs likely comes from their long history, nearly 5 decades of adapting to diverse client workflows and requirements. They see a lot.
Customization extends to your specific business objectives too, right? Whether that's prioritizing regulatory compliance, protecting revenue through invoicing, or maintaining specific service levels.
Yes, their framework matches your goals, and their offering is flexible and scalable, accommodating volumes anywhere from just a few thousand pieces per day to well over 500,000 pieces per day, adjusting to the scale of your operation.
And they replicate your specific conditional logic, approval workflows, even postal strategies.
To ensure you continue to benefit from postal optimization, drawing on their deep expertise in mail production built over their history.
So what you get is a custom-built continuity engine that's ready to run, ensuring your quality standards, compliance protocols, and specific operational nuances are maintained even when your primary facility is down.
It's about ensuring that when your facility goes down, your standards stay up. And that level of customized readiness, built on a long track record, is what defines true resilience in this space.
So what does this all mean? Our deep dive into the source material reveals that for organizations relying on internal print and mail operations, the risks of downtime are significant, they're far-reaching, and they're uniquely physical.
Yeah, impacting compliance, finances, and ultimately reputation in ways that standard IT disaster recovery simply doesn't address.
All right.
It doesn't cover the unique physical, process, people, and compliance requirements of these critical operations.
What's fascinating here is how a company like Wolverine Solutions Group, with their extensive experience and frankly proven reputation built over decades managing high-volume business-critical communications for regulated industries, has built such a comprehensive and reliable solution.
They offer a fully operational, fully staffed, fully secure alternative production environment based on those 5 robust pillars we discussed. Technology redundancy, detailed process replication, expertly trained people preparedness, built-in compliance integration, and rigorous physical security, coupled with strict chain of custody protocols.
And by providing real-time visibility through Wolverine Connect and rigorously testing their plans with those mock disaster simulations, they ensure not just theoretical readiness, but verified, dependable performance under pressure.
Their deep discovery process and ability to customize plans to your specific workflows and needs provides truly tailored resilience, ensuring their solution fits your operation, not the other way around.
With Wolverine Solutions Group, the source material suggests you gain a production-ready, compliance-driven, quality-assured partner that can act as a seamless, trusted extension of your own team precisely when you need it most.
Resilience isn't just good practice. It's essential when your business relies on critical print and mail communications, and maintaining your reputation for reliability is paramount.
Which really raises an important question for you to consider. If your internal print and mail operation were to go offline tomorrow, are your critical communications truly protected from disruption with verified readiness and a clear chain of custody, or is there an overlooked, potentially devastating gap in your disaster recovery plan?